Hey, it's Kaero. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some Azorius control. I want to highlight this one match that I did in a standard event where I went 5-3 versus Boros Convoke. Boros Convoke is a a deck that's really seeing a lot more play. You have to excuse me, by the way, because I am sick. Just got back from MagicCon. I think I might have picked something up there. There was a ton of people. And we're going to be doing Azorius Control versus Boros Convoke today. I'm going to run through this with you. This is after the fact. So I was recording these matches, and I thought, why don't I record the matches as they're played, and then react to it later on, and sort of like quarterback my own games, right? So we'll get into it here in just a second. Alright, so the one thing you have to know about Boros Convoke is Boros Convoke features little to no burn whatsoever. So you can kind of get your life total down to whatever it is. You don't have to worry about it with like we're mono red. You're like, oh, I'm at 3 life and they're going to hit me. So we're on the play here. We have 3 lands. Meticulous Archive obviously is the first play. So let's put that down. Surveil. A coast, we keep that because we kind of just want to hit our land drops every single turn. Alright, so this is a typical turn 1 play for Boros Convoke. They want to get the 1/1 out there. They want to get an artifact so they can do their Gleeful Demolition and get 3 Goblin tokens. Calling Human. Novice Inspector. We could counter this. It's a 1/2 Investigate. They've already got an artifact, so what's the point in countering it? Right, we'll save our counter spell for War Leader's Call, or something like that, or a Gleeful Demolition. Take the damage, no problem. This match gets pretty dicey. I think we get down to like 2 health or something. So I play a Plains here. Don't play the Wedding Announcement, because blocking 1 damage isn't going to really get us where we need to go. We need to keep a lookout for countering their big things. 2 damage is fine. They play nothing here, which makes me look like a fool, but I'm like, okay. We have a Memory Deluge, instant speed, at the end of their turn. We have no more lives than Faithful Mending, which is worth 2 life, draw 2, discard 2. So they're flashing in reinforcements. So here I'm like, alright. Don't really want to counter that. We do have the 2 life from the Faithful Mending. We do have the Deluge, so we need to hit one of our sweepers here pretty quickly, and that's what I'm kind of counting on. 4 damage brings us to 12. Here's the case of the Gateway Express. Doesn't really matter step 1. To solve it, they have solved it because they attack with 4 creatures, and then all their stuff gets +1/+0. And I'm doing calculations here. I'm like, can I really afford to get hit next turn for 8 damage? So at this point, I'm like, alright, let's Faithful Mending, gain 2 life, see if we can draw another counter spell. We do get a sweeper. Put the Deluge in the graveyard because those you can flash back. Like if I'm going to discard 2, it's going to be those. And then hit this with a counter spell. 1 life from the Adarkar Wastes. I knew I was going to counter it, but I'm like, let's Faithful Mending first. See if we can get another counter spell. Feel better about it. They sack a clue, draw a card. And here I think I'm just kind of like waiting to see what's up. So then I'm like, okay, 5 mana. Just pass the turn. Faithful Mending again. Gain some life. Nothing we can do about this. So our life total is getting pretty low. Let's Mending again, see what's happening. We have a Farewell in hand. At this point, I'm like, okay, Sunset Revelry looks pretty good, but it's only a stopgap. It's not going to really win us the game. It's just going to stop them from dealing damage to us. Got to figure out if they're going to drop an Imidane's Recruiter or something like that and give all their stuff +1/+0. So I'm kind of looking at the long haul here. So we got another counter spell. Wanderer comes down. Don't want to blow the Farewell right now if they don't have a War Leader's Call out. That's my rationale. So I'm like, I'd rather Farewell when they have an enchantment for me to remove. So then the opponent does a really good job here. responding. Channel Soken's on, make 2 1/1s. There's the demolition we thought about earlier. Good thing we didn't bust the farewell, right? And then they're like, okay, I'll convoke the hell out of this thing. Grab a couple cards. They got Voldaren, Epicure, and Resolute Reinforcements. So they're thinking, alright, we're good. If a board wipe comes down, we can throw some more stuff out there. Seachrome Coast will come in tapped at this point. So I'm just kind of considering my options. Could do a wedding announcement. We can farewell the board. We have a counterspell. We also have Memory Deluge next turn. So that's kind of where we're going to get a card draw. At this point, I'm at 11 life. I'm facing down 7 damage. So, very, very tempting. So I want to point this out. Very tempting to farewell. Okay? But I know they don't have any burn. Right? I know they're going to play this at their end step. So I'm thinking I'm calculating the damage. 3 goblins, 2 spirits. That's 5, 6, 7. I know I can block the Knight Errant of Eos with the 1/1 token if they don't remove it. Which Boros Convoke doesn't have much removal. So now I can block that there. So I do so. It's like, as long as I don't die, I won't get killed by Lightning Strike. That's my thought process here. Now, if this was mono red, I would definitely not do that. Emperor, good draw. Gives us 2 life if we exile one of their tapped creatures. But at this point, it's time to farewell. Just checking to make sure they don't have any enchantments. They don't do that, make a token. So now we're kind of turning the corner here. This is what I'm talking about, where they don't have any instant spells that deal damage directly to your face. So you can be at 3 or 2 life or whatever. They have to get through with creatures. That's their whole bread and butter. That's what they do. Seachrome Coast comes in tapped. No attacks. Generate another token. Have Wandering Emperor and a counterspell. We also have enough mana to Memory Deluge, although I'm not sure that's going to happen this turn. So they're going in. They're going, hey, I've got 2 1/1s. Line up 2 blocks. Give them a chance to respond. They kill that. I sit there and think about it for a second. And I'm like, I don't think that really matters too much. And there's nothing I can do about it anyway. It's an Iganjo Seat of the Empire. It's a channel land. I can't counterspell it. I can't make the thing bigger with Wandering Emperor. So then, bring in the Emperor, exile, start creeping that life total back up.
You're just underwhelmed. I am almost sad to see you go.
Frontliner. So now here I'm debating, well, they can unearth it next turn, give it haste, 1/1. But I'm like, if I don't counter it, it just sits on the board. We don't make them pay for it. So, they only have 1 card in hand. Let's counter it. Let's make them pay for it at least. But then I forget, oh yeah, it exiles it, which is really, really, really clutch. With No More Lies. It's such a good card. So draw Deserted Beach. All we have left is card draw. So let's do a main phase Deluge. And then I'm sitting here debating, okay, what do I get? Wedding Announcement's fine. Deluge can give us more cards. Emperor can give us more life. We're definitely taking that. And then probably... forgot what I choose here. Maybe I choose No More Lies. Just because I have the mana to do it. Whenever I put the Deserted Beach down, I can counter something. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, I have another Emperor. Let's make another token. That's just less damage coming towards us. And so we're starting to turn the corner here. If you join this video right now, you go 19-3. Kaero is definitely going to lose. But, thing is, it's all about the plan. And the reason that I highlighted this match is because we got so low in health. But this is Boros Convoke's weakness, is that it cannot finish you off without a War Leader's Call to ping you for damage or burn. Attack with a 3/3 for Vigilance, because why not? Memory Deluge. Revelry looks nice. But I was debating Sunfall too, and I'm like, well, Ezrim can come down for 5 mana, investigate twice, sacrifice an artifact, get lifelink, and then if we get some lifelink, it's just basically over on a 5/5 flying. Warden comes down. They know they don't have good attacks, so it's going to tap things. Get a +1/+1 scry. They go 0 top 1 bottom. They didn't like what they saw. So now we're starting to turn the corner. We're at 7 life. We're not at 2 or 3 life here. Got some tokens. So the reason I go in twice here is I'm like, hey, if they go Warden of the Inner Sky block, we'll go ahead and kill that with the Wandering Emperor. Also, that way I have a tapped creature on their turn. So if I need to flash in the Wandering Emperor, I can exile my own thing. Ezrim comes down and investigates twice. Alright, so now we have a 1 mana, give Ezrim lifelink, and that's basically it. So, whenever you're getting down with Azorius control to 2 life, 3 life, 4 life, or whatever, if they don't have burn in their deck, as long as you can stabilize against creatures, that's what's up. This deck list is going to be in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. It really, really, really helps the channel. So thank you very much for doing that. And in the 3.5, 4 years I've been doing this, I've really, really enjoyed interfacing and talking with you guys. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any improvements, anything like that that I could have done better, put those in the comments. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.